There we go. Now you're up. Anytime you. Perfect.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Here, let me turn this off. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, hi. My name is Cecilia.
Hi, sis.
Okay, I think listening is a huge part of communication because if someone doesn't listen what the others want to say, they can be able to understand the feelings or they want to try to communicate. So I think it's very important to listen to others and the other listen to us. And for because if you can't communicate, as I said, then there is not understanding between the two individuals or parties. For example, even doing regular datings, if one doesn't listen, they can accomplish that task at hand. Maybe if I go to a job interview, if I can't listen or I don't be able to listen or express what I want to say, how can I get the job? So also listening helps you process and observe what's being communicated to you. I remember one time that I were going to watch a Honduras game with my father, and we were going to out of town, and it was a very dangerous neighborhood, or a very dangerous city in Honduras. So my mom tell us that there was a weather warning, so that we shouldn't go. But we go anyways. And in the road was very, very bad, and the tire of the car was
Blow out.
what the time bomb. Let me see.
You got it.
Okay. The tire was popping. The tire of the car was popping, and we stayed there like 2 hours trying to fix it in a bad neighborhood, and with that weather, with the rain, and we didn't see the game, and also we had to sleep in a hotel in a place we didn't know, and we went to the next day to our home, and I missed my university classes that day, so that's why, because we didn't listen.
Oh, no.
So we didn't listen to my mom.
Oh, man.
So,
Always listen to mom. Yeah. Cool. Give her a hand, everybody. Yay! I'll try not to do this for everybody. Oh, go ahead, have a seat. That's all right. I'll just give you all some, while still fresh in my memory, a little bit of feedback. Very, very, very effortless. You, very, very, very nice verb tense. You're all keeping that straight, past tense, present tense. Even some irregulars most of the time. You're not, using, I think maybe a couple times, you may use present tense or past tense, but it flowed very effortlessly. Even when you were kind of searching for the right way of saying it, well, you found another way to say it. The tire was popping. Well, that means it's like continuous pop, 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 pop. But the tire popped, like a single event, right? Simple past tense. It popped. So also say, how else do you say that when the tire goes? Flat. Yeah, F-L-A-T. Yeah. So the tire went flat. We had a flat tire. There's a few ways of saying it. My gosh, that's horrifying. I'm so sorry. Scary stuff. Always.
yeah, it was.
Yeah. I visited Honduras just recently. And, they told us again, never go by yourself anywhere. It's dangerous. All right, cool. All right. So that's the first person. Let me give you that. All right. Oh, and just to set the tone, y'all. This is you all are doing presentations, so coming up to the big stage is Jose. He's gonna do his. I'll give him a hand, everybody. Yay! Woo! All right. That was doing this for you too. All right.
I try my best. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
My name is Jose. Luis, and I come from Equatorial Guinea. I speak Spanish, French, Portuguese, English.
Wow.
I think listening is important because, first of all, it's a sign of respect. When you listen to somebody who's talking to you, it's a sign of respect and appreciation. And it's also important to listen when somebody's talking because you can miss something important. And I remember back home when I was at the university, we had a very strict teacher who never repeat something twice. And we were doing dictation, and he said something, and I was talking back in the back seat with my classmate, and we missed what he was saying. And unfortunately, one of the things we missed, it came on the test.
Oh,
Yes. And he wanted to give us a lesson, and he reminded us that when he was doing the dictation, me and my friend, we were talking in the backseat, so that's the consequences. So I think it's important to listen because, first of all, it's a sign of respect. It's a very important thing. You show respect to others when they talk, you listen to them, even they not saying nothing important. And that's it.
all right. Cool. Give me a hand, everybody. Yay! Yeah. Before we started, he made the point to say, like, I haven't really planned anything, but I'm just going to improvise. Sometimes both first two very, very good at, as far as speaking, I should say, presentation modes, engaging with the audience. Both of y'all were really good about that, telling a funny little anecdote about yourself, getting people to laugh a little bit. These anecdotes, both of y'all are really good at engaging the audience instead of saying, hi, my name is, and I speak these languages, even if it's not true. That's always a great way to engage the audience there. Oh yeah, by the way, just FYI, I pronounce the word respect on the second syllable, respect. Maybe it's a French influence, you say respect, yeah, well, it's as a verb, yeah, as a verb and a noun, it's one of those weird ones, right? To be fair, the professor should repeat himself. And people miss things. It's not your fault. It's the. All right, okay. But otherwise, really very, very effortless flow to your English and very complex grammatical structure. Well said. Okay, anybody? Who's up next, y'all? By the way, while you're mustering the courage right now, I'll just tell you. If given the time, we may get finished a little early. So if that happens, we'll all go downstairs because Suji, the teacher, has a presentation that her students, let's say level 4, level 5, whatever they're doing like a career fair, and they're trying to encourage all of you advanced English speakers to ask those students really difficult questions and make them stressed out, okay? So as much as you can. Yeah, because that's their grade, they have to do a presentation. If we get finished early, we'll see. I'm talking too much. Are you two going next? All right. Coming up to the big stage, everybody. It's Henry.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
Hello guys, we are going to talk about why to be a good listener.
One of the things is you can develop patience when you listen.
The camera.
Okay, I can hear you.
And you can change your perspective. You can develop your listening skills, improve your relationships because you, as my classmate said, you build respect and trust with the other person, and you can improve your relationships. And Henry gonna active listening.
Okay, so the importance of listening in communication is very important. It's not just something that we do like natural, because all of us sometimes confuse some words that have the same pronunciation, that when you write the word is different, as maybe something that changed in the, like a letter, or maybe a vocal. Vowel. Yes. Very good. So one of the most important things is eliminate the distractions. And sometimes in our environment we have a lot of for example, electronic device, or maybe sometimes a friend, or maybe our mind is not in the paying, our mind is not paying attention to somebody that try to explain us something, or try to communicate an idea, or maybe teach us maybe a topic or whatever. So sometimes it's good maintain eye contact, because the person usually try to communicate using facial expressions. Sometimes use the hands, or maybe gestures, yeah, like smile, maybe try another thing. Another important tip is use both ask clear questions. Sometimes we don't understand what the person tried to communicate, so maybe the idea is something confused, or maybe it's not clear. Instead of this kind of methods, like for example, talk, or maybe present a presentation or something, is not a good idea, because if you don't know how to communicate, you lose your idea. Yeah. What else? I think that's it. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you both. Yeah. Now, I like in the course you're listening. Of course you're all speaking. I like that in the course that you're together. Man, how do we say that? And like, oh, you guys are level 8, so man, one little mental block, and you already have a broad vocabulary. Get around that and say it differently, right? Yeah. Happens to native speakers too. Thank you both. I like the collocation. You said, you know, maintain eye contact. You guys phrase it the same way in Spanish? Maintain eye contact. Yeah, we say it that way in English too. Nice. You do the word gesture, which is good too. Develop is the second syllable. Minor things, no big deal. All right, next person who's coming up with, oh, you two, okay. Look, you guys are all volunteering. Yeah. And so, while they're coming up here, try to give them your eyes. It's difficult to stand in front of people. You know, what's up? Oh, you did, huh? Okay. Pardon me, everybody. We gotta open up the email here, and let's see what we got here. Oh my gosh, you did that. You sent it to Jeremy Smith, ESL at, we'll find out. All right. Send a picture for the presentation. There you are. I see it. Sent from my iPhone. Oh, nice. Okay. Open it in a new tab. Just that picture, right?
Yeah.
All right. Several of them. Okay, we'll do that. Well, first things first. The head talk intro, and we're going live in 3, 2, 1. And,
Yeah.
like the door and everything.
That's good.
Woo! Right. I put it up. Okay.
Okay, guys. Good morning. My name is Andrea, and my partner is Mario. And today we're gonna talk about the benefits of active listening, because
as you may know, there's differences in hearing what somebody's saying and active listening what they're saying. Listening is trying to understand and get the entire message someone else is telling you, and there are a lot of benefits of it. First, active listening builds strong relationships and it also helps you to solve problems. When you take the time to listen to someone and the whole message they're giving to you, you're able to understand, you're able to have a different perspective of what they're saying, you have another ideas, you have like an open mind of their entire message. Because of that, you can also solve problems from a different perspective and you have more options and you can take into account the point of view, for example, your workers, your partner, your friends, your family, and because of that, also, that makes you a trustworthy person. People can trust you. People can go to you to have another point of view, to have another idea, to basically trust you. And of course, if you're listening instead of hearing whatever information someone is telling you, you won't miss information, and that will help you to get the information you need, and maybe you will be able to apply that information or that help in other situations in your life. And eventually, of course, that information will help you to improve your mental health, either improve your lifestyle, maybe improve the way you think, or shape your personality, or whatever. I mean, there is a lot of benefits of listening, and yeah, you should listen.
After having listening to Andrea's presentation, the difference between hearing and to be a good listener, I will show you another points, important points, why it's important to be a good listener. You can improve your skills, and you can commit less mistakes, and you can learn more about the experience for another people, and you can keep your mind working. And I want to tell you my experience that I had in the past. And when I was a child, I have a problem, like attention deficit disorder. I was a really hyperactive child, and for me, it's very hard to pay attention and listening more than 3 minutes. So I'm really worried that. And when I used to arrive here, like 1 year and 8 months ago, and my boyfriend wants to show me everything the things that he likes to do here. And one thing was he loves to go to riding mountain bike. So he wants to show me the trails, and he told me, hey, I want to recommend some things and another things maybe you can do. But I'm really excited, so I didn't pay attention to him. And we went to the trails, and I see in my route I saw that kind of jumps, and I tried to do this, but
Is that you?
no, it's just a picture. Okay, and so I tried to do this, and I fell in this one, and all my body was bruises, and really bad because I really paid attention to him, and he was scared. He wanted to try to take me to the hospital, and I told him, no, I'm fine. I don't broke my arms or leg, and I feel like that I could do this too because I feel like that. And I feel bad because I don't have health insurance here, and it was like, oh my God, I can do this again, and I think it's a huge problem if you are a good listener.
Oh yeah, very cool. Is that it? Yay! You didn't break an arm or anything, right? No, thank God. You could have. Yeah, I'm totally sure. Yeah, catch it. Yeah, give me a hand, everybody. Yay! Now. All right, cool. We would have believed you if you said that was you.
No.
Yeah, no one would know.
In
All
my
right.
mind it was.
Hey, nice, very clearly laying out the thesis of what your thing is, distinguishing between merely hearing and listening. That's right. A lot of people learning English don't know the difference between the passive word. You know, hear is just the ability, and listen is the intentional word, right? Whereas I can see, and the intentional word for that would be look, right? Yeah. So sometimes they use those interchangeably. But yeah, it's the ability to be. Yeah, but you got it. And I like how you called it active listening. That's the way I would phrase it a lot of ways too. Now there's other ones, good expressions like I had to take this into account to keep my mind working. My body was bruises. It was bruised. That's bruised, that adjective. But anyway, yeah. You guys say in Spanish, I committed fewer mistakes. I commit mistakes. Now, you usually commit, I use crimes, right? I make fewer mistakes. For some reason, I use the word make mistakes, but whatever. Right, good story. I will follow that. Who's up next, y'all? You guys. You are. Yes. Give her a hand, everybody. All right. Well, I'm just making our way up here. Yeah, we got this for everybody. There we go. There we go. And that's like hold it all. Anyway. Oh, look at this.
Yeah. Okay, hello everybody.
I'm curious.
Oh, yeah. It's my presentation. Okay. Hello everybody. This morning I'm going to talk about how important it is to be a good listener as a nurse. My name is Dania and I'm from Nicaragua, where I am a nurse. Before I come here, I got 6 years of experience as an emergency room nurse. So let's pretend first I'm trying to ground to my example. Let's pretend that this classroom is an emergency room. Okay, let me play something before. Pretend that everybody are medical personnel.
That's the wrong way.
This table is maybe hospital bed, and somebody here is dying.
You got the big plant? You got the big plant?
Right there. Take it
Take it on a cross. You're going to have to go right on a cross. Okay, open that chest up more. Open up the chest more. Take it off. Take the scissors on up here.
Device and all the supplies.
It's a big
But you need to first be a listener. This is a real sound to emergency room. In an emergency thoracotomy. So if you are sending people for blood, please don't think about. So imagine the pressure that you can. And if this is not enough for you, imagine like 2 or 3 or 4 family members crying and screaming. Yes. So in the emergency room, when people have a cardiac arrest, we call this like cold blue. Cold blue is a protocol that American Heart Association guidelines bring us a guide and how you can respond in this situation. When a person heart starts to work, this is the moment that we provide this person CPR, cardiac pulmonary resuscitations. So nurses are trained for being the best listeners, because if you are not a good listener, you can make mistakes and you can kill people. You can kill your patients, instead save the life. So in these American Heart Association guidelines, we have emphasized in good communication. We say
effective communication. We call closed loop communication. What is this? Our doctor are the people in church to give you the order. Which medicine they want you prepare or you administrate your patients. So these closed loop works, you like a nurse need first listen to your doctor, think, and then repeat it back. This is the way and how you can show your doctor that you listen properly to the order. Because, for example, in a cold blue, we have this medicine called adrenaline. And if the doctor says, please nurse, prepare 1 milligram of adrenaline, and with all these, these sounds and voices and all this, you can maybe hear, I don't know, adenosine, which are two different purposes for medicines, So the only way that we have for communicate properly is hear, listen, and then repeat it back. If my doctor say, please prepare 1 milligram of adrenaline, I need to think, bring my knowledge, my skill, and then say, I am preparing 1 milligram of adrenaline. And this is the closed loop communication. I can say anymore. Okay, doctor, I got it. Okay, I am. No, just the same that the doctor told me. This is closed loop. And this is how it works. So this is more efficient for us. It's useful, and in this way you can avoid mistakes. But as I told you, you can kill people if you make this mistake. So the other day I was studying about cold blue, and I was thinking, why not can I use this in my real life? Since I'm here in the United States, and I think that everybody can identify with me, when we need to practice English, talk in English all the time is not our mother language. It's difficult. We are on level 8, and it's supposed that we understand in a high level, right? But sometimes it's difficult, can understand all the ideas with the people in front of you. So it's not like the same closed loop, but I'm trying to, I listen to this person from me, I summarize all the idea in the conversation, and I take this part that I can understand, and I try to repeat it back to this person, instead to say, sorry, and I can understand, sorry. So I try to take this part, this portion that I can understand, and repeat it back. So you try to tell me blah, blah, blah. And I think for me it's better results for continue in the conversation. So I hope this advice can help you in any time. And thank you for being a good listener.
No idea. I'll have to ask my wife now about this.
Oh.
Because my wife's also a nurse. Not in the emergency room, but my God. Well, a very, very effective kind of paint the picture in our minds of what that's like and how stressful that could be. And yeah, that's how close loop communication. I like how you were able to engage with the audience too by painting a picture in their mind with that, and also why this is so important. It's like ways of repeating back to someone. Let's see. A few times. How do you say this word here? Yeah, I'm hearing this. The stuff that I do.
It's like the same.
Anyway, okay. So everybody say heart. Heart. And it's an R sound, and this one has got the air. I know they're very similar. Heart.
Heart.
Hair.
Hair.
Yeah, hair. Heart. Hair. Anyway. I know there's no such thing as a hair attack, so I know what you're saying. I had a hair attack. Why not? I don't mean to nitpick, otherwise you're demonstrating a very strong command of English. It was really good. Why not? I cannot use this in real life. That's fine. But why can't I use this in real life? Anyways, minor.
It's better, okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Minor things. I know. It looks like you guys are volunteering. Are you two a team back there? You are volunteering too. You are two a team. Okay, oh my gosh, everybody wants to do it. Okay, you're so excited. You raise your hand first. I'll let them come in. Everybody will get a chance, I promise. You need to go. No, you just want to go. Okay, but they're going. Okay. While they're coming up here, I'll play the big intro for the brothers.
The Jonas brother.
The outdoor.
The brother.
And brothers.
Are you?
All right.
Leave your kids on the block.
Your kids on the block. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Hello, my name is Juan. I'm Jose. And we're going to talk about effective communication. So, to have effective communication, you have to be a good listener for several reasons. First reason is effective communication. To have this effective communication, you need to understand and to interpret what others are saying. This is important to connect with others, and this let's do it. And this is now the next step of communication. Is building relationships. When you are a good listener and you interpret what others are saying, you can do connections with others and you can sympathize or empathize with others to start like interpreting what they're saying, and this helps to learn things from new people that you met, and you can grow this. You can grow in a personal way or a professional way because you are summarizing experiences that they are having, they are telling you, and you, I don't know, you take this for yourself and you grow personally. You can use this for problems. You start to think about their issues, their concerns, and you start to think about a solution to these problems that they have, so you can like solve them. The next step is empathy, listening to others and putting in the shoes of others. You can empathize and have like a different perspective of others, how they see like their things, and you can like, I don't know, help them. The last thing is leadership. When you are a leader, you have to learn to be a good listener, because you need to take advices and you need to take also the feedback, so you can like give others the good leadership that they need. And you can be a good leader because of this.
Now I'm gonna talk about some tips to be a good listener. The first one is facing the speaker and having eye contact. Eye contact is very important in a conversation, but too much eye contact makes it intimidating, and so try to make 5 seconds of eye contact and then stop, and then another 5 seconds to make it natural.
Yeah.
The second one is listen to non-verbal, meaning that paying attention to what other person say with their body language. Facial expressions, tone of voice, and gestures. The third one is don't interrupt. Being interrupted is frustrating for a person. It gives the impression that you're more important than them, and that you don't have time to listen to them. I'm gonna tell experience. I was driving. It was the popular. The passengers. It was passengers.
There we go. Another way to say it.
So I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't listening to him. He was saying, "What's going on? Are you feeling okay?" So that was my first accident. In that case, those situations is difficult to listen. I remember him to say, "What are you doing, motherfucker?" The time that the truck hit me. So
Very good English on that one.
Paraphrasing perfectly.
It was because I said to him, look, that truck is coming so fast, so be careful. And then, well, it happened so fast, we got hit, and I told him.
Yeah.
I told you. I told you.
So he didn't listen properly what I said, and things happened. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, thanks. All right, give me a hand, everybody. Yeah. Neither of you got injured or anything. It was just a very minor accident. I can tell, yeah. Because otherwise, they got cool. Thanks for sharing. Hey, I like how even at the beginning you're numbering off these listed things. That helps, you follow what you're saying there, and a lot of the same ways you would phrase it. A few minor things like the pronunciation. Let's see. Ooh. Well. Yeah, I think at one point you said you do connections. Usually I make connections. That's a very minor thing, but it didn't confuse me. By the way, those of y'all don't know that the word advice, weirdly enough, is a non-countable noun, right? I have much advice. Sometimes I hear students from all sorts of backgrounds. You guys say advices. No, that sounds a little weird to me. Yeah, strangely enough. I can get many, so I have much advice, but many other words, suggestions, right? That's plural. I could make that plural. This is non-countable, right? Tips, that's fine. Ideas. All of these are countable, but for some reason the word advice is non-countable. I don't know. It makes sense to make it countable. I got a lot of advice. It's like the word wisdom, But wisdom is non-countable too. I have a lot of wisdom or much wisdom from my grandmother. Stuff like that.
When you use advice in plural?
No, it's not weird. Advices.
No, without this. Also, if I have many advices, so I get much advice.
You would just say a lot of.
A lot of.
But a lot of could be used for countable or non-countable, either one. So that's how I usually phrase it. Not realizing advice is not. But anyway, minor thing, not a big deal. I like the course of your explanations. Kind of like he was a. Is that the way you said? No, okay, the passenger seat. Yeah, good. Phrase it differently, right? Yeah, I follow what you're saying. That's good. Very vivid. Just listen to your passenger. All right, you're raising a hand. I saw that, and then you want to go after him, and then are you two together? No. Oh, you two together. All right. Let's give him a hand, everybody, as they're making their way up in there. I love it. Wait, playing the thing. Here we go. Oh, you sent me a video? Fair enough. An email, huh? Okay.
2 days.
Let's see what we got here. Email?
Actually, no, I was sick.
Let me check my spam. You show me something.
Yeah, that's me.
Watch Empathy, Vancouver. Oh, you know what? I gotta move this to the inbox before I can get it to work. Eunice, you sent me something too? Or whatever, we'll figure it out. Okay, inbox. And now we're gonna. You want to play it at the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Empathy. All right. That's right. Go away. All right.
communication and listening. Today our topic is listening truly. Imagine a world where we all truly listen to each other, a world where we can understand empathy and connection writing. Today I want to share with you the transformative power of listening and how can it change our lives for the better. So let me start with a personal story. A few years ago, I forgot my best friend's birthday. The look on her face when she opened an empty card was heartbreaking. I learned a valuable lesson that day, the importance of truly listening to people we care about. When we listen, we show that we value and respect to the other person. You want to add something?
Hello everyone. As you all know, listening is the bridge of empathy. When we truly listen, we step into our shoes and we are trying to understand some point of view to others. And it also gives us a feeling, their feeling. Thinking about some times when someone genuinely listens to you and concerned about your feelings. Didn't you make you feel better? So once I met a remarkable woman who is my patient. She was an exceptional listener. She had a knack for making you feel like most important person in the world. Her secret was so simple. She listened with intent and not just for responding, but instead of understanding. Through her example, I realized that listening is an art that can be cultivated. Her problem was her family. They were not listening to her on her feelings. Listening is an amazing art, so don't you think that we should show this art to the most important person in the world?
Thank you, Yunus. Thank you for sharing your own experience. So listening is the key to building and maintaining strong relationship, whether it's romantic relationship, a friendship, or professional. Effective listening nurtures trust and depends connections. When we listen, we validate the other person's feelings and experience. Thank you for your time and being with
Self-care, that was really perfect. What was it saying? Oh yeah, I love it. Take time, take care of yourself. I love that. That's awesome. Nice work. All right. Very, like I said, yeah, I can tell y'all planned it out very carefully with your script and stuff, and validate lots of pretty advanced vocabulary. Thanks for bringing your expertise. That always helps. Yeah. Okay. Who else was it? You? Okay. Give her a hand, everybody. Everybody gets it. So, you sent me something? Okay. Well, here. I gotta go through the formality of. I don't want anybody to feel jealous that they got it, they didn't. Okay, sorry, enough. All right. You sent me an email. Vivian, good listener. There you are. And this is okay, PowerPoint. Oh, look at you. All right. And open it up and let's do this. And slideshow. Oh, slideshow. Again. Great. All right.
Hello everybody, my name is Viviana. Today I want to talk about being a good listener. What characterizes a good listener? Most people think that it's just simply not interrupting the other, following all the expressions, the conversation, and be able to repeat word by word. This is not totally true. I'm going to tell you on one method of my life. I think I am a bad listener because I have been always a stubborn person and I like to do the things in my own way. Also, when you are a daughter, you not always listen your mother's advice or do the instructions that your mother gives. When I become a mother, not knowing how to be a good listener, it caused me a health problems. My first daughter, next please.
Sure.
My first daughter was born with cesarean, and that first week I didn't follow the instructions of my doctor and neither my mom advice. that this first week I would jump off the bed when my baby cry, or when my baby wake up, or when I hear some small noise. I didn't sleep when the baby was sleeping because I was doing other stuff that can wait. And the first checkup with my doctor, obstetrician, gynecologist, the cesarean stitches had no close. I was not producing enough milk with my baby, and I was really exhausted. The truth was that I didn't follow the doctor instructions and my mom advice. It was to just things, rest and help others help you. But no, when you are not a good listener, you are not understanding, you are not processing, and you are not absorbing the things that you need to do.
There you go.
In that moment, I understand that it's really important to be a good listener. And next one. Being a good listener, when you are a good listener, your ears will never get you in problems or in trouble. Are you a good listener?
Well, is it? Oh, okay. All right. Yay! Nice use of graphics there. Great story. Yes, I think at one point you were trying to say, yeah, first of all, yeah, I tell you, being very careful with how you're pronouncing it, when you're executing it, and not going too fast. It helps because sometimes your accent's a little bit and pronunciation is it makes it a little tricky to know what you're saying. And I think you're aware of that, so you're being very careful to say it slowly. That helps me as the listener in the audience. I consider myself a Torah bond. I guess you say stubborn person. Is that the word you're trying to say?
Stubborn?
Yeah. Stubborn, like you're bullheaded. You want to do it.
You always do the things in your own way.
Yeah. You were trying to say stubborn, right?
Stubborn.
Yeah, I got that.
Stubborn.
My baby was born with cesarean.
Cesarean.
Yeah.
Cesarean.
Let's see. So maybe not with, but I'd say like my baby was born by way of or with us. No, not with. Yeah.
I don't know how.
So I'd probably say I had
cesarean, but
I didn't have it. You know, my wife had a cesarean section. It's an operation, so you go like I have an operation. She was born by way of an operation. Yeah, it's tricky to say. Anyway, I'm sorry. Okay. I mean, I hear it's bad. Thanks for sharing. Great story. I love your energy and enthusiasm. Gynecologist. Yes.
Gynecologist.
That's so weird.
Obstetrician.
Especially, I was actually talking with my TOEFL people about words with this root word, and it's referring to women. So sometimes I pronounce this with a J, and sometimes I pronounce it with a good, and so it's weird. The G is a weird one. Gynecology and anyway. Okay, next person who's talking. Oh yeah, Carrie's coming up. All right, everybody, give him a hand as he makes his way up here. Get to the intro. No, we're not making the intro out. Everybody, here's the intro. All right, here we go.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kerry. I'm going to show you my viewpoint about. I'm going to share with you my viewpoint about being a good listener. First of all, when somebody has knowledge about some point or some field, and you want to share it with somebody else, the receiver should be quiet, focused, and how to listen. Why? Because whole human's brain can listen, like can be upgraded when you listen. So when you listen, you will help your brain to repeat what you just listened. We can listen by watching, you can listen by hearing, in some cases you can listen by touching. When I was in high school, we had some tests, like they can ask you to imagine something and draw it in a paper, a piece of paper. So if you didn't watch exactly what the stuff looked like, you can repeat it. You cannot repeat it. Yes. Thank you. And in another situation, I'll listen by watching, by hearing. In my country, the traditional way requires some step, like the family of the boyfriend can ask the girlfriend to find her boyfriend between 3 or 5 men. So they're gonna close her eyes with towel, like black towel, and she has to touch the body of all of them and find who is her boyfriend.
Really?
If she can't, they're gonna charge some money for that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Another point, and another example I can say, like when the blind person can recognize somebody just by hearing the voice. The blind baby, when the woman came in the room and they are a baby blind, each of them can recognize his mother just because he just heard the exact voice of his mother. Another point, by watching, most of men think like they can build up their muscle, just go to the gym and do some exercise.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, because to build some muscle, you need to repeat exact activity. Like if you want to build this muscle, the brachial one, if you take the bundle and you do like this, it will hurt your arm.
Mm-hmm.
So if you didn't watch exactly the gest you have to do, you can build your muscle. You just broke your arm. And also, when you have to listen in some case, like she said, in medical field, if you are a bad listener, maybe you need just to change the field, because you're gonna kill people.
Change your job.
If I ask you, even in the kitchen, please can you make me some cake and use 350 milligrams of powder, 3 eggs, 5 milliliters of oil, salt, and you go to the kitchen, you took everything here. There were eggs, there was powder, there was water, and you mix everything together. You will never make a grand cake.
You gotta change the field.
They will change the field. Or you get the mother maybe gonna do wrong about that. So the listening is our faculty. All humans can upgrade just by listening. We can watch something, we can hear something, we can touch something. When you listen carefully, you give your brain you give again the good environment to learn and to repeat this again. Because you can be by yourself. Maybe you just wanna draw something, you just wanna cook something, or like she said, you are a nurse and you have your brother at home, he's sick, maybe he's sick like malaria, and you will say like, so the closed hospital is at 11 miles, and is maybe 1 EM. You are a nurse. You should give him the first intervention, like the first medication, or the first advice to stay on alive since from the morning, and you can go to the hospital. But if you were a bad listener at school, how we can help your brother? Yeah. Maybe we give him adrenaline and he dies, and maybe will do something bad and he will die. Because most of the deaths in the hospital are because most of practitioners are bad listeners. If the surgeon has to remove some part of the body, and if I got to take like the scissor beside, the patient will go home with the scissor beside. Maybe after 1 month, something bad will happen, or it will come back like, I don't know, I got something inside. When I touch it, it's so hard. And when you go check to the scanner, you're gonna see like, oh my God, they forgot scissor inside.
Oh my God. Yeah, I understand. Does
Yeah.
that happen often?
Yes, almost the time. Yeah, when somebody died in the hospital and you make some investigation, you're gonna find like there was error at this stage, there were error at this stage. That's my part of the speech for this morning.
All right. Yay, I appreciate that. Most of it was kind of improvised off the top of your head. I get to hear how you naturally speak English. That's good. That's good. That's fine if you guys wrote something out and reading it. But I like how he's kind of, this is off the cuff and stuff. So let me see. I love this story about weddings, that you put the blindfold on the bride.
Yeah.
Is that serious? Is that true?
Yeah.
I mean, if you start doing that, it's a lot of pressure for a bride. Like she's feeling a lot of pressure. We call it a blindfold for some reason. That piece of cloth you put on your eye, whatever it may be, whatever cloth. A blindfold is a yeah. You get several anecdotes. Most men, they want to build some muscle. They take the bumble. What did you say?
Like the bumble?
Maybe barbell. Maybe is that the word you're trying to say? Yeah, barbell. What do you call that thing? I don't go to the gym. I mean, you call it, maybe I would call it a weight. You take the weight. Yeah, that's a generic word for it. Yeah, I know what you're saying. You probably are saying it right. Maybe I'm not familiar with this. Bumble sounds like bumblebee.
I found the translation, because it's not the word in French. So when I went to Oxford Dictionary, they give me bumble.
B-U-M.
B-U-M.
Yeah. Oh, dumbbell.
Yeah, dumbbell. Yes.
Yeah, I've heard that in an old-fashioned, like dumb, like it's.
Dumbbell.
Yeah, gotcha. Dumbbell. Yeah, for some reason, maybe I heard a B at the beginning. Anyway, no big deal. Weight, dumbbell, there's a lot of words for that. Fine. Yeah, that's very minor things. You're demonstrating a strong command of grammatical structures and able to keep that. Yeah, phrasing a little differently than I would. Yeah, you need to keep him alive until morning. I can't remember how you phrase it, but you got the situation very vivid. Yeah, he's 11 miles away and he's injured and he's got malaria. You chose a pretty serious disease, yeah. They will leave the scissors inside, even before you guys caught what he was saying. I follow what you're saying, like, they leave the scissors inside. They close him up. I don't know, I can't remember how exactly you phrased it, but yeah, anyway. They sew him up, leave the scissors inside. Nice, great story. Good presentation. Hey, everybody, who's up next? Who's raising their hand? You! Miss Pozo. All right, come on up here. Yay, her! Miss Pozo. All right. Yeah, so those of y'all, it's tricky to speak in front of people, so let's keep our eyes. Hey,
Okay, hello everyone. Today I want to talk with you about how to be a good listener. But this time I want to talk about how to be a good listener with your kids. Because this is so important, and sometimes we forget how important it is with them. When we become a parent, most of the time we put ourselves a huge title inside of minds about that we need to be the best mentor. We need to give the best advice for them. We cannot make mistakes with them. And of we do. And this is fine because making mistakes make us learn more about them. So I want to share a story that for me and my daughter, and how I learned to be a good listener. My daughter was 5 years old, and she came to me, and she said, "Mom, I need your help." When I listened, that was instantly in my mind, I thought, okay, it's my opportunity to be a good mentor, to be in a mentor mood. So I said, okay, just, of course, tell me, how can I do? So she told me, today in my class, our teacher was talking with us about sex, but I am a little confused and I have a homework. And I was inside of me, what? What is wrong with these people? So it's not so early for that kind of conversation. But obviously, I couldn't show to my daughter my shocked face. So I say, oh, okay. But do you have another homework? Maybe math homework or grammar homework? And she said, oh yeah, sure, I have a math homework. And I said, okay, so let's go do your math homework. You know, math is important for your future, numbers are important. So please go do your homework, and when you finish, I can help you with another homework.
Yeah.
And she said, okay. So I took my phone and I called my husband and I said, I need you to leave your office now. And he said, what? Why? What happened? And I said, because your daughter is asking me to explain some things about it, because she had a class with the teacher, and her teacher tell them something about sex. And my husband laughed and said me, and he told me, oh honey, you're gonna do a good job, as always. So I can leave my office now. I have a meeting, so I support you, but just be yourself. And okay, bye. So I thought, okay, I'm not prepared. What can I do? Okay, YouTube videos. So I started watching videos in YouTube. How explain to your daughter, 5 years old, about sex. So I saw a lot of videos and avoiding my daughter the whole day. So in the evening, she came again and almost cried. Mom, I finished all my homework and I really need your help to this homework because I want to go to bed and you are not helping me. Okay, I said, okay, I will prepare now. Okay, please have a seat. And I started talking about a story that I saw in YouTube about, bees and pollen and pollination and things like that. And I can saw the face of my kids, like.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I feel like, what is wrong here? And she said, okay, Mom.
It's sex.
I have a homework because my teacher explained us that there are two sexes, female sex and male sex, like gender here. Okay? But I am a little confused, and I have this homework and on animals and a little monkey with a ribbon and a dress and a little rabbit with a mustache and a tie. So she wants me to explain because she didn't want to make mistakes, to choose the male and the female. And I was, oh, okay. Okay, it's easy. And I start to explain her. And after that, oh my God, I sit in my bed and I think, and I thought that, wow, I really need to be a good listener with my daughter. And especially, I need to get a lot of information before I try to be a good mentor. Because probably the most of the times the things are going to be easier that we think as an adult. But we need to be a good listener and get information. Yeah, we can do a good work as a parents. But the most of the time, I think that we learn more of than we can teach. Yeah.
I was like, I didn't want to take notes. You were very good at telling a story. I was just saying like how you were adding suspense to this whole thing. I went YouTube, and then all of that was very effective. And you laid out the thesis very clearly at the beginning. I want to be a good mentor, and then you came back around it to the end. It's all cohesive, very well planned, and very effortless. You've done this before. I can tell you've been up in front of people and told stories. It's really good. And your choice of words and phrasing and verb tense were really strong. Generally, no issues with pronunciation, really. I couldn't show to my daughter my shocked face. I couldn't show my shocked face to my daughter. Yeah, I probably would phrase it that way, or the other way around. Just a couple times you said see instead of saw, or tell instead of told. Very minor things. It didn't throw me off. FYI, the word homework, by the way, is also non-countable. So I don't have homeworks. It's just like advice. I don't know why. English is weird, man. It's like advice and homework. They're non-countable, but individual ones would be like assignments. FYI. By the way, it's okay. Someday the word homework might be countable, but as an American, my ears might notice that I don't have homeworks. I have assignments and tasks and stuff like projects, things like that. FYI. No big deal. That's okay. But I have a lot of homework, and I have a lot of, some assignments and stuff like that. That was funny. Yeah, y'all didn't know, all rabbits are men, because they have mustaches. Yeah. Y'all know that. Okay. So, who's that? You don't have a young one? All right, say, give her a hand, everybody. Yay, her. All right. Oh. Yeah, here we go. So you guys do that. Oh, wait. Just to... Let's go. Woo. Okay.
Hi, I'm Lina. And today I'm going to share a story about confidentiality. Why I have been tortured by pronouncing the word confidentiality.
Not bad, actually.
Yeah, this week. And the story came up with, and I decided to share this one. When I was in college, I had a part-time job as a preventative customer service for a home shopping network. I choose this one because it looks very easy. Just sit at the table and just pick the phone and just talk. But I realized that it's easy after training period. There were a bunch of crazy customers. So sometimes they do this very regularly, like Monday 7 a.m. or Friday 10 p.m. They call to make some sexual sound without any word, and or some just spilled very cold word, bad word.
Oh.
Yeah, and
yeah, these bad words.
Yeah, and or just call in drunken and just blah blah blah.
Oh no.
That has many happened. And yeah, and not only this thing, but also they have something we must know related to the privacy. A representative suspect that the customer has an ulterior motive for requesting extra information. One day ago, a woman called customer service and she told me she told the staff that her husband ordered her underwear, but it wasn't delivered. So she wanted to check the address that was supposed to be delivered in, and the staff just let her know the address, and she hung up the phone. And after this, like a week later, her husband called back the company, and I was going to sue you, the company. Why did you disclose my secret? So the fact is he ordered the underwear, women's underwear for his girlfriend, and she put the girlfriend's address. So his wife figured out what happened and just it happened.
Oh, yeah.
So
I love it. That's good.
My bad.
so I just but what if this happened wasn't about personal private life, about serious crime? Sometimes police ask for cooperation to detect suspects' information. We can only give the information about the person with the police seizure or warrant.
Yeah, police procedure with a warrant. Yes,
Warrant. Even if it is an urgent case. A few years ago, there was an incident on Korea's largest messenger site company where a quarter of its members just withdraw their membership on that site. Because the reason the company had provided the chat record of the criminal group to the police. These criminals were very bad thing, like kidnap the woman and took a porno video and sold them. And so it's like a reasonable for police ask the information about this, but people think that company could be expose their chat whatever sometime. So they're just they just leave that side.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. They don't, okay.
Yeah, they don't keep their membership on that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so do you think personal privacy is more important than public safety? So that's my question while I learn this word of confidentiality.
All right, give her a hand, everybody. Woo, a very, very compelling anecdote. When you said home shopping network, immediately that context came in mind. Everybody is picturing what you saw when she said home shopping network? Maybe your grandmother does this, watches TV show, and you call the number, give them a credit card, you're going to buy something. And you were one of the callers, and they made the sexual thing. FYI, it's a very small thing. I would just say underwear is on the first syllable. Yeah, underwear. It's not underwear. Yeah, no. But a quarter of its members were part of a crime group. Sounds like human trafficking. That's pretty serious. Kidnapping women, making pornography. Yeah, the police. And I like the way you framed that issue. Is it personal privacy versus public safety? That's the way I would phrase it. Showing a very intelligent, wide range of vocabulary there. Yeah, occasionally, every once in a while, pronunciations, I notice, but I like even in the course of saying something, like, well, let me say it differently. You're demonstrating real broad vocabulary. That's good. Okay, who's next? Who's opening their hand? Are you two together? No, you all three of you want to go. Okay. Melanie, first go. Yeah, we'll just one at a time. We got time. They can do it. Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Yay.
Good morning, my name is Melanie. So I'm sure if I ask you if you are listening to me, your answer is going to be positive. But what would you think if I tell you most of you are not listening to me? And that doesn't mean it's something wrong here or it's something wrong with your well-being, right? So today I would like to start talking about one big experience that I had when I was in the college. Probably that was the opportunity of my life, but I missed it. And let me tell you, that happened because I didn't listen. But let me tell you also that I'm not there, okay? So when I was there, I'm forestry engineer, so we have experience working with people in small communities. So with one of my friends, we decided to make a plan to explain to the people how they can work planting some trees in small areas of their communities. So people were really excited about this because we were giving them new ideas for at least to make a living. So we went there and they were really excited and we started explaining to them what our plan will be until we moved to the land. And people just decide don't work with us. So we were confused because according to the science and according to all our knowledge, people should be excited to work with us. But one of them came with us and say, we won't follow your plan. So we were confused and I was, why? We are giving them new ideas for these small areas. And they say, we have been working here for years and we know these two different kind of trees cannot be planted together. So we just ignored them and we went ahead with our plan. And after only 2 weeks, we came back to the land and we saw the trees didn't even grow up 1 centimeter. They just died. So the same woman who came with us at the beginning looked at us and say, I told you. We know this wasn't a good idea because these are our lands and we know how to make it work. So now I was thinking, and that's true, we didn't listen to them, we just heard them. And I realized when we think and we are so comfortable with something, our brain just decides to close itself and ignore other options. But at that moment, that gave us the opportunity to improve our techniques for the future. As I told you, that doesn't mean it's something wrong, because it gave us opportunities to improve something and be better in the future. Now I'm aware about what it implies to be a good listener. And I'm more than happy when somebody says, please listen to me, because that means I need to be prepared with all my senses to listen to the people. Thank you.
All right. I gotta say, effective use of grabbing everybody's attention. She starts with a rhetorical question. I bet you guys are not listening to me. That's a very vivid story. It's good. Good use of idioms. I was like, I'm more than happy to whatever. I say your brain. That's a tough word. I heard brine a little bit. Yeah, that's okay. Brain. That's a hard word to say. But anyway, great story. Kind of reminded me of the hippo story. Yeah, that's very similar to that. Yeah. Okay, Anna, you raise your hand. Ladies first. Sorry. Come on up here. Yay! This Anna. Give me a hand. Yeah, we have time for everybody. I promise. Thank you. Here we go.
Okay, so hi, I want to tell you why it's important to listen and how to be a good listener. Okay, one of the benefits of knowing how to listen actively is that you are able to understand what the other person thinks, feel, and want to convey. And why it's important to listen? It's important to listen because it's essential to find out how the other person is and what they have to tell us themselves and what he tries to know about us. So when we listening, we give a place the other person we listening to. So one of the topics to be a good listening is that one is you have to ask questions about the topic if you haven't heard. Sometimes when we are with the other person and he tries to tell us about a story or a problem or something wrong with him or she, and sometimes we didn't listen to him, we didn't pay attention. So we had to, when he or she know we listening him, you have to ask like question, why happened that, why she or he do that? The other thing is that we have to maintain eye contact, because this is very important, because when you maintain eye contact, the other person feel that she really understand me, or she really know what happened with me. And the other thing, the other topic is that don't call the other person when she or he trying to say something, because many of us, many times, when we try to listen the other person, when he try to say something, we could, oh, what happened that? That is not very good, because sometimes if you cut him, he can forget the thing he trying to say. And the other thing is, take an interest and aspect in his life. After she or he finished to tell you the history about her personal problems, or sometimes go wrong with her life, sometimes she or he need that, oh, I'm so sorry, I think you can do this better, or another day is going to be good for you, or something like that. So for this one, I think it's very, very important to listen and to be able to listen.
I got your notes, you're just using it as a reference. Hearing your authentic English, not just reading, that's fine. Okay, anyway, I'll go. Yeah, a lot. I know y'all speak Spanish. You know, those pronouns like he and she, subject, and him and her, all those are tricky. And for the most part, you got all that straight. There's a couple of times, I think, maybe you used the subject instead of the object, but I was able to follow your story really well. That's fine. And there's one moment you said, like, when you cut him, it's actually the phrasal verb. You know, when you cut him off, you know, when you interrupt somebody. And I like how you animated your body. It was like when you interrupt somebody. Yeah, that was an active way to clarify that. Good story. Great. All of you. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Guys in the back. All right, Mr. I promise we got a time for everybody. Give him a hand, everybody. Mr. Houston, and then we'll do Mario and then Ekram. All right, we got everybody. Yeah.
Okay, good morning. My name is Agustin John from Equatorial Guinea. Talking about listening, I think it has benefits, advantages, and disadvantages. First of all, it can make you a better person or worse person. In which way? Because there are some people that they don't have that confidence from them to resolve their own problem. And there are some of them, they come to you, talk to you because they need a solution. They want to feel better. If you are not able to listen to them, you can make them feel worse than the problem they have. Because if he passed all the week, all the night, crying, and he needs to talk to somebody, he want to feel better. If you are not able to give good advice because you didn't listen to them, they can become like feeling that they are not useful. So another thing is whenever you have to listen, I think listening if sometimes it's a choice because it's like you are between two advices, maybe from your friend or from your mother. You want to choose which one is better for you. It's because you listen to the two advice and you have to choose which one is better. And in my own experience was when I was 8, till now I really love the sport. I really love soccer. And my mom told me stop playing with elders, and I didn't listen to her because I thought that if I play with elders, I will become more stronger than my colleague that they have my own age. But unfortunately, I broke my arm, And before my mother took me to the hospital, the first thing she said was, I told you. And she was like, you people, you watch players on TV and you think that you already know than your fathers because I give you this advice. And from there, I was like, from today, whatever my mother gonna say, I will be like, you're right. And as I don't know who said it here, sometimes there are parents that they are not able to listen to their child, but their child, because sometimes we think that be elder or be the leader or be the boss is that you are always right. Because everyone needs advice, and if you want advice to someone, you have to be a good listener to catch up what he said.
Okay.
So that's my point about this.
Great. Yay, give him a hand, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Nice. Would it be a better person? There's, I love the sports. Yeah, you don't need the there. You just say, I love sports, right? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, but pretty well, great story. Painted a picture in my mind. I think we all been there. Listen, your mom, I get it, yeah. Stop playing with elders. You know what I hear? You know what I think about when I say hear elders? It's like fathers, uncles. I think older kids. That's what you meant, right? Because they're going to hurt you because they're bigger and stronger, right? Yeah, older kids is probably how I would have phrased it. Elders, immediately I think about like people in authority, like moms and dads and grandfathers, stuff like that, you know. But you didn't mean that, yeah. I know what you mean, yeah. So, yeah, it makes you more stronger. More stronger. That's a little redundant. You just gotta say, just stronger. Yeah. This is weird because English has got this more and the ER, and sometimes y'all want to stick them together. It's a very minor thing, not a big deal. Otherwise. Okay, thank you, sir. This side of the room is Ekram, sorry. All right, that's the way it goes. Ekram's coming up to the big thing. Give him a hand, everybody. You know him?
Thank you, guys.
Representative of Turkey. Okay.
Yeah, welcome to today's TED. So, the importance of listening starts with after being born, kids and babies, learning language is native language while listening and copying the language. So it starts with after we're born, and also it's a part of our whole entire life because everything starts with listening and practicing, and after that practicing. When I was a kid, my mom always asking something to buy from the groceries while I was playing games, but I wasn't paying attention to her, and always buy wrong items or missing something from the groceries while shopping. And also it's important when you are working in a corporate company, you need to listen carefully, the instructions or all details. And also it's a part of when you are in a relationship, it's especially important, especially for men, you need to listen your wife or your girlfriend, because they are good listener more than, better than man, because we need to pay attention, always, in a relationship or whatever. And also there's a saying that we have 2 ears and 1 tongue. So we will we will better listen than speaking.
Right. Listen more often than speak. Right.
Yeah.
Is it too? Right. I
Yeah.
get you.
And that's all.
Right. Give a hand, everybody. Yay! Good way to end the whole TED Talk with a little proverb. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, or 2 ears and 1 tongue. Okay, actually, we got 2 more to go. Miss Mario, give him a hand, everybody. Yay. Pretty well. Check.
So guys, we will try to do some examples here.
Nice.
To introduce my idea. What is this?
Challenge.
Great. I just wanna to use this
But in the front.
because in the real world, mistakes cost money.
Mistakes cost money. I like that.
Also, when you don't listen carefully, sometimes you have to pay. Yeah. That's what my take on it. Thank you a little bit. Okay. This is a truck. This is the overview of a vessel. This is a pier. This is a pier. That is crane.
The great.
Crane. That are two motors. And these motors move the anchor of the vessel. So when the vessel arrive on and close to the pier, they put the anchor down with these two motors. Okay? And all of these motors, the weight of each motor is about 1,000 kilos, 2,000 pounds each motor. To move this anchor, that is heavier than that, much more, and then we also with the chain that connect with the anchor put on the bottom of the sea. To fix the vessel and don't move it during the maneuvering, to discharge all the products that containers and so on to put on the pier and then move it up. So that is the main form of transportation of all the things that we are using all over the world. So that's why all these things are very important and are involved a lot of money on each of these maneuvers. So I was a contractor, and then we have to repair one of these motors because it was burned, and then we have to remove it from the vessel, put it in the truck, and bring it to our workshop. Repair, and then we get back, install it, and the vessel will leave, will sail, and then, but they must be on board before the sailing time because they have to move the onshore, run it back, and for the departure of the vessel. And one of my engineers, they went on board, they talked with the master or the captain, and they organized all the maneuvering. And the master told him, we are going to sail, we have to leave the port, the pier, at 2000 hours. And so that means 2000, that is useful, is the vocabulary on the maritime things. That means 8 o'clock. But my engineer didn't ask was AM or PM. And then I asked him, okay, 8 o'clock? Yes, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then he organized all the maneuvering, and they informed to the workshop that the motor must be before 8 o'clock. And everybody was clear that was PM. And was AM the next day. So, at least at the end, also we realized that we cannot finish the job before the departure of the vessel, and then we have to contact the master the company, the owners of the vessel in Germany, sent an email that was a misunderstanding that we could not be finished before the departure with the motor on board installed to leave the airplanes. And the superintendent in Germany that was very kind, and he told me, okay, Mario, I understand very well, but we need the motor must be installed before the departure in Panama Canal, as we were in Chile. We were in, das ist Costa America, das ist Chile, this is Valparaiso where we were working, and we have to go back down to the Panama Canal before the vessel comes from the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic, and then we have to catch the vessel in Panama Canal to deliver this motor and install it over there. So this cost me $8,000 additional in the budget of this. And so, in the real world, when we don't, it's not enough to listen well. It has to understand what the other person are saying and telling me. Because sometimes we make some, under our understanding, we think that we are getting the right information. But always it has to make a double check in important things like this. Because if not, it costs much more. And that's
too bad.
This helped a lot. I appreciate you chose a topic that's really complex for us to understand, gives you a challenge to say it in English. A lot of expressions we don't know because we're not familiar with maritime jargon. Yeah, by the way, this thing that you drop at the bottom, I call it an anchor with a K sound. Yeah, because it has a, they call it anchor. You know, the K sound, because it comes from the Greek, so I know it looks like anchor with a CH sound, but it's anchor. FYI. I like some of your expressions to help. This is the overview of the vessel, so we're looking from the top to the ocean. So now I understand. This is the over. That helped me follow you. This will help fix the vessel to the bottom of the. Good. Fix does mean kind of adhere and keep. That's fine. It was burned out. There was times you said. Yeah, I need to make sure it's installed. I think you said installed and extra syllable. Not a big deal. I know what you mean in that moment. But it was installed, 2 syllables. But cool. Thanks for sharing. Blunder. Remember that word yesterday? Man, that's tough. Costly mistake. Last one for today is Miss Johanna. Let's give her hand, everybody. Woo! There we go. Okay. Here's this. She sent me an email, huh? Oh, you want to do that? Okay, we'll team up and. All right. Let me check this email here. The different email address or something. Let's try this. Here. This down here. Okay, perfect.
No, the record.
Oh, no, that's a little different. Yeah, that was from yesterday. Yeah. One more time. No problem. Let's do it. So, quiz tests. I'll probably send it to maybe my other email address or something. Oh, this one. Jeremy Smith at ESL. Oh, okay, that one sends to my other email address, so I'm going to try. Yeah, can you send one more time to Jeremy Smith at. Yeah, Jeremy Smith ESL. The email address is that. Jeremy Smith ESL. That worked. No, big deal. Okay. All right, so let's see. ESL, that's the one, right? That's it. Maybe this will work. Okay, can you send me this PowerPoint? Love it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the. Okay. Okay.
Hello everybody.
Hello.
I'm Ana Serrano. I just want to share some benefits from being better listener. The first one is builds trust and strong relationship. The second one can help you to resolve conflicts. Prevent you from missing important information, enable you to identify or anticipate problems, help you to build more knowledge, and empower you as a leader. If all of us want to have this kind of benefits, we need to work in different skills like professional and personal skills.
You bet.
I want to share with you 10 tips to improve active listening skills. The first one is paying attention. Obviously, we need to pay attention to the another person that are talking with us. For example, I have two children. When my daughter talks to me and she needs something that she for the school.
You're doing fine.
I try to focus in everything that she needs, and I try to help in order that she can to have all the tools that she needs in order to achieve her goals.
There you go. Great.
Another tip is make sure to clarify, to be open, ask a question in order to confirm that you understand the conversation. Don't be defensive because sometimes when we are talking with another person and I or the person don't have the same thing that the another person, you may be a little defensive to understand the another person. Be conscious of your body language too. Be honest. Paraphrase for confirmation. In order to confirm that you understand and don't lose anything information that you need. And I want to say, and I want to share with you some experience with my daughter. Sometimes when she was almost 10 years old, she needs a map for the school. So she said, Mom, I need a map. Okay. I bought that map for you. And I went to the library and I bought the map. And when I arrived at home and I gave to her the map, she said, Mom, no, I don't need a map, I need a mop.
Not the map, it's a mop.
I don't understand that what she said.
A map makes more sense. I get it. I understand.
Yeah. The mop?
Conclusion, the next, please. Listening skills are essential in a personal and professional life. Effective listening helps to build a strong relationship, improve problem solving situations, increase productivity, and avoid miscommunication. Thank you for listening.
That's fine. You can have a seat. That's fine. Oh, you all done? Oh, you're all done. Okay, yeah, have a seat. That's fine. Cool. I like how well organized you were. This helps me follow what you're saying, and
this is a challenge for me.
I bet it's a challenge for everybody. Getting in front of people and speaking is much different than one-on-one. I know, and things like she said me, and I think even in the moment you caught yourself. She told me. I heard a lot of Spanish speakers say using the word "say." Usually, "say" introduces the statement, right? But she told me if it goes to the person. Anyway, that sort of thing, other things like that. Hey, yeah, nice, cool. It's lunchtime, you guys. Have a good weekend. All right?
Thank you, sir.
Have a good one. Good. Good stuff. I'll send you all that email later. Push the video. Yes, sir.
¿Dónde va? Vamos para abajo para el café. Sigue grabando. ¿Quieres hacer ahí un solo? ¿Están llamando?
Oh, okay, that probably went to my other email address here. Let me stop the video here now.
Oh,
Send it that way, no problem.
And then I'll check, make sure I got it in my other email. And